Hi, Jean Leggett here from One More Story Games talking about Mystery World, our interactive game portal. So when we arrive into our story, we have a briefing that lets the player know who we are, what's going on, etc. So in this instance, we are relaxing, reading a book when we get a phone call from Lynn. And you can see that the colored text actually has pop-ups and they represent different things. So green is for items, red is for people, blue is for locations. And in this instance, we have 2 pages of text, and that's our little scroll. So we can use that. You can use your mouse click or your side-to-side arrows. So this has a little bit of information about some of the things that were mentioned. And I've actually gone through and played a little bit. So now we know that Sherman Square, there's a whole bunch of clues associated with Sherman Square. But we're going to go to Sherman Square. And the map is going to take us right there. And now we are right there. So that's what the little yellow flag means, that we're at that location. So if I double click on that, I can talk to people at that location. So I'm going to talk to Lynn. She's the bereaved widow. And this is a very linear conversation, but I just wanted to show you that. But if I ask her about various characters in the story, she may or may not have an answer. I can even ask her about locations. Maybe I could say, hey, tell me about your favorite restaurant, or tell me about your favorite cat. I don't know. It depends. So I'm going to ask her about Don, her husband. I loved him. He was my sweetie pie. Are you married? Well, see over here, I've actually previously antagonized Lynn by asking her if she murdered her husband. So I'm going to try and get on her good side. So I'm going to say, yes, I am. And she hates me just a little bit less. So I can have conversations with any of the people who are located at the red locations. So if I click on the CBS building, there is a clue. Oh, see, I did not know there was a drug smuggling ring going on. So I've actually played through quite a few of the clues already. And this is, sorry about that, that's just me opening up Sherman Square again. Okay, so we're going to just go over to the notebook and we're going to click on clues. So these are all the clues I've already found in the story. And as more information is discovered, it turns up in the people. So this was started off with only 3, and we now have a lot more people. And they're all related to Don somehow. So we know that Art Garcia is a drug lord and that he has a relationship with Don. We're not quite sure what that is. There's an unknown relationship between somebody called the Snow Queen. This is his agent. This is his ex-girlfriend. We don't know what Senator Hockman has been up to. So these are things that we'll discover as we play through the game. So we're going to just go over to the events timeline. And this is where you start to see what is going on. So if I click on Don Carston's death, that's the blue one. And if I click on Lynn, she has an alibi. So we need to go and investigate that. And here are some other people's alibis. So they'll show up on that timeline. Your topics and items will also show up. So you can find out a little bit more about that there was a fight. And this is the name of a book. And here is the dagger that he was stabbed with. So we're finding out more and more information about what's going on in the story. And we, as the reader player, have to figure out what all has gone on. So we have notes that are currently under development. So I'm going to just go up to our sleuth. So this is the briefing, which we saw. This is the sleuth information. So you might pick a sleuth that is very strong, very sneaky, not very empathetic, that kind of thing. And those are things that you can customize your sleuth. You have a detective's office that you can put a lamp and a computer and some of the mementos that you win from completing games. So here's your map. So we're just going to center on, we're going to center on the sleuth. So it brought us back to the center of the map, which is where we are at Sherman Square. So I'm going to go over to the action menu. So imagine if you found half of a photo at one location. You could actually pick up that photo. You could take it, but there's nothing here. So unfortunately, we can't take anything from there. But what if you found another photo and you combine the 2 items? Well, we don't have anything in our inventory, so we can't combine anything right now. But if we did have something, we could conceivably combine it and show that to another character, and we could use an item. Or maybe in a MacGyver moment, we can combine a broomstick with a bucket and create a bomb. I don't know. Something crazy like that. Or you can use the talk to person. So currently we're located in Sherman Square still. So the two people that we can talk to are Lynn, or we can talk to the detective again. And it's the same conversation because we're still there. All right, so that's the basic functionality of what's going on in Mystery World. And we hope that you'll come and take a chance on exploring through and finding out stories from authors from all over the world. I hope we'll see you soon. All right, take care. Bye-bye.